Boogity boogity. It's time for another horrifying video game from the Tower of Dubious Horror Games. From Activision! Hey kid, you ever play Metal Gear Solid? Normal. Guarded by NATO soldiers, the French ambassador and his family are headed out of St. Petersburg, Paris, on a specially armored train, the Blue Harvest.
Lieutenant, I never thought we'd be teaming up with the Russians.
I bet the Russians are saying the same thing about us. We're almost at the Ukrainian border. All right, let's go in and give it a try.
Yes, sir.
This little button will blow all those stupid soldiers to hell.
Oh.
Stand by for the first attack.
Group 4, unidentified incoming choppers.
Are those Russian backup troops?
Negative. We haven't received any reports like that.
They're launching their missiles!
3 missiles at 7 o'clock.
What the hell is going on? Oh my God!
Stand by for the second launch. Party time.
Oh.
Let's go! Move it! Move out! Move out!
Oh no, it's Hunk.
Get the ambassador out of here!
Wait! My family is still out there!
Hurry up!
Hurry and get dressed! Now!
Oui, monsieur.
Mr. Ambassador, as you can see, you have no choice. And your wife's life means nothing to me.
Mama!
You had better realize this. Understand?
I have a forehead.
family alone! How do you do, Mr. Ambassador? I am Boris Ugoski, the leader of our little band of terrorists called the Knights of the Apocalypse.
Knights of the Apocalypse? What do you want?
I am planning to use this
Hi,
train
Braden. I'm just gonna start
to
off with a
obtain
Warhammer
funds for
question.
our activities.
Warhammer 3.
What are you talking about?
Is that okay?
You're going to pay for this.
Be quiet
Oh,
and
is he
listen.
gone?
The FMV is happening.
I'm in charge here.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No,
I will
Mr.
let your
Ambassador,
cutscene
You
play.
are mistaken. It is your government that is going to pay.
Tell me when you're
$20
ready for
billion.
me to ask a quick question.
And I brought this little toy with me to convince you.
He has a nuke.
Attention, French government. We, the Knights of the Apocalypse, are now approaching your
What?
border.
Let's see if the cutscene is still going.
Ha ha. Anyway.
So, can the Daughters of the Forest not recruit hag witches?
They can.
No, they can't. How? The witch's hut?
I think it's the witch's
No,
hut.
they can't.
Or it's
The
one
witch's
of the
hut.
new recruitment buildings. I don't know. I haven't played Mother of Stankia.
So Mother Astankia can't recruit.
This
I'm
is
looking this
Lieutenant
up right
Jack
now. They
Morton.
can't recruit
The
hag
train
witches,
has
but they
been
can
taken
recruit
over by terrorists
corsars.
in a sudden attack.
Is this like the way that Nakai couldn't recruit his fucking units for a bit?
To the UN International Counterterrorism Organization.
I am the commander of that organization's headquarters. Is that clear? How many of your units survived the attack?
None. Only me.
Here's the plan.
You don't have
As
access
it
to
stands
hag
now,
witches,
the
but
Blue
do I
Harvest
just
has
get
been
them
captured
later?
by an armed terrorist group.
This
called the
faction
Knights
is
of the
weird, Brayden.
Apocalypse.
They're demanding $20 billion.
Like, but
in safe
the fact that
rail
you're
passage
still
to
recruiting
France
boyards
as ransom for the French
to manage your,
ambassador.
like, government shit,
I'm dispatching
that's
a rescue team now. Lieutenant
weird.
Morton, you will be
That's
under UN
weird?
command.
That's weird,
The
Brayden.
French ambassador and his family are being
And
held
then, like,
Gotta
her
rescue
whole
the French
You are to
ambassador.
make sure they're safe.
From
until
Mother
the
Astankia's,
refugees
like,
arrive.
weird, like,
Report immediately. when you've
Hex's
accomplished
system is
this.
basically just Grom the
Roger.
Conch's cauldron.
Terrorists might
Yeah,
intercept our
but it's
transmissions.
Or, like,
debuffs.
Limit your radio
the
use
plague
to
cauldron for
emergency rescue
Nurgle.
requests.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Which,
How do we get in the train?
can we talk about how Grom's cauldron
There's a
is better
hatch
than
on the roof of
the
car
Nurgle
11.
equivalent?
Roger.
Jack, stay alert.
Alright, it's me, Jack American. I've gotta... Look at this! Look at this video game! I gotta jump! Oh! Oh.
Because I'll tell you, the times that I've gone up against Mother Astankia and she's like, yeah, I've been banking all of my hexes because I don't use them on the AI, has, kind of fucked up. Kind of fucked up. So she always has, like, all of them ready to go for every unit, including the buffs for her own units. She doesn't use them on the AI. Which, just the anti-player bias. So is this like a Siphon Filter clone?
What if I told you this game was made by Sony Japan Studio?
Ah, so it's a Siphon Filter clone?
No,
they
it's like
self-plagiarize?
Resident Evil, and it's also like Metal Gear Solid. Because, once again, Sony... I don't know if you know this. Sony as a company, especially during the PS2 era, or the PS1 era, very insecure about...
They had a lot of redundancy, but, like, also... You know, I don't know, like... Siphon Filter was kind of a big deal.
Kind of.
People forget this. Siphon Filter 1 and Siphon Filter 2 sold very well.
It's me, John Actionman. Hello. I'm looking for an express. I need to chase it.
I seem to recall people saying that Siphon Filter 3 was the bad one.
Hello, can you help me find the way off this nuclear threatened train? I attack? I ran out of bullet.
Yeah, Siphon, just to give you a reference, like Siphon Filter 2 sold 1.32 million copies. Metal Gear Solid 2 sold a lot more than that. So 7 million, but both of them achieved platinum status within 1 to 2 years of their release. So, like, is Chase the Express basically Legend of Dragoons, but the stealth game equivalent?
Yeah, or no, it's Legend of Dragoon, but it's trying to be an action movie.
Okay. Like, they thought, oh, we can't let Capcom kind of one-up us.
Konami make, you know,
a better stealth action game than us.
Yeah.
Move, move, move! Get him!
But this is the it has tank controls, but is it scary category for games that are weirdly kind of basing themselves indirectly or directly off Resident Evil.
So far this seems like one of the more playable things that you've tackled.
I mean, I'm not playing hide and go seek with a janitor. I saved in the bathroom. Just like a real god, just like in No More Heroes. Oh no! Nothing unusual here. I'll need a card key to open this door. Given the camera fuckery, I wonder if at least these environments are not fully pre-rendered. Also, yeah, just to be clear, this game is called Covert Ops Nuclear Dawn in America because it was published by Activision. But in Japan and Europe, it's called Chase the Express, which is a way better name. So...
I have to fucking... Did you order your COVID tests?
Yeah, oh yeah.
COVID tests? I need to do that.
Alright, can I unequip my gun? And just punch a guy? Yes.
Also, have you scheduled your next booster shot?
I need to do my COVID booster and flu shot, yeah.
Not to bring up, like, real-world shit. I know we have the general agreement not to do that, but I'm just asking
It's locked.
for advice. To make things about gaming...
Oh, you could look through the doors!
Oh, that's kind of cool. No, I mean that genuinely. I think that's kind of cool.
Okay, the new COVID booster's late October.
Late October?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought the one that the FDA approved was going. Anyways, I'm not here to debate that. So, what's your gut reaction to the whole Kamiya news from yesterday?
I think, that man is fucking cashing out.
Oh, do you think he was ousted, or do you think he's cashing out?
I think he's cashing out. Because he's, you know, like a large chunk of Tencent invested in, Hey, just a sink. Nothing unusual here.
Which is, he's been pretty, let's say, chummy with Microsoft of all things, constantly begging Phil Spencer to let him make Scalebound.
Really wants them to make...
Genuinely wants to go back to making Scalebound.
Which, I don't know.
I don't know. Some of the stuff that came out about, like, how that entire thing was not even Microsoft's fault in terms of, like, that project just being a mess.
I gotta roll.
Like, there are people who said that, like, Kamiya's, like, vertical slice constantly was changing. It's like, okay, what's the full game look like? We're not ready to show. It's like, oh, man. Which sounds like a very Kamiya problem to have, of him, like, constantly changing and second-guessing himself and just putting new shit onto new shit onto new shit. And then
ever since he had to, ever since he had to remake Resident Evil 2 for scratch with his first game director gig.
I mean, like, it's very telling that that man was like, one of my favorite things that I ever worked on was Beautiful Joe. I was only the director for the first game. I really liked writing the story in the second game. It's like, yeah, you didn't do any of the heavy lifting. Like, he wasn't even the producer or the director for that game. He just wrote the story.
He also didn't direct Bayonetta 2 or 3.
Which is probably what he should do, is just be the ideas guy.
A dead end, only a garbage can hero.
I don't know. I think he deserves a lot more credit than a different ideas guy who possibly took way too much credit.
Has directed some very good video games.
I know. I'm just saying.
He has an obsession with Space Harrier that borders on.
Do you rank it? I mean, people are like, who's the better idea guy? Is it Suda or Kamiya?
Well,
like just pure ideas, like because
Platinum has made more good games.
Both of them have the problem of like when they try to direct, it's pretty inconsistent. I don't know. Let It Die just had like a massive online update of all things recently.
Oh, the whatever the current online thing is.
Yeah, the online thing got an update. Remember when that Snatcher fan patch thing came out and that had voice acting and they got Suda to voice a character, and it's like, this is a great way for you to get in trouble with your own industry.
He seems... The thing I'll say is Suda seems like a much cooler guy than Kamiya.
Yeah, Kamiya's got zero chill, and if you fuck him over, he will hold that grudge.
And it's like, and people are like, oh, it's a joke. Oh, he's not like that in person. It's like, it doesn't matter.
I get that, like, ultimately the full details came out, but like his initial reaction to the whole Bayonetta voice actor shit, like just continually attacking people that had maybe not even anything to do, like, just shows that that man, just get off fucking Twitter, please, for the love of God.
Yep.
Like, people think it's funny, but it really isn't.
No.
But yeah, I think he's just cashing out, and it's like, I'm done.
I think he's either gonna start a new thing or he's gonna like work at NetEase or something. Because Platinum has very good relations with NetEase. I got unit. Now I can go and fix the...
Well, you know, if he's gonna work with NetEase, does that mean he's gonna continue the Chinese, their relationship with Activision, Blizzard, and Microsoft, right? Wonder what Microsoft does with that weird strategic relationship between NetEase and Blizzard.
It won't open. Must be broken.
Like, do they still operate like Overwatch and Overwatch 2?
No.
Or did that like end?
I mean, that's like one of the things, you know, like that's why Overwatch 2 on Steam got review bombed so hard. Because a lot of that was by Chinese players who were frustrated with the current...
NetEase?
Yeah.
Okay. According to NetEase's statement last year, Overwatch 2, Diablo 3, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Hearthstone, Heroes of Storm will no longer receive service in mainland China. Oh, that's right, they pulled completely out of China.
Yeah, like all of Blizzard. Like, remember when Blizzard was like, oh,
right.
Yeah, it seems like there are dudes that are responding. We're very much like tamping down on like that Hearthstone player who said free Hong Kong.
Don't move.
What's the term? The million-person meat machine?
Yeah. Just like, hey, you went to the trouble of sucking up to the CCP, and you got nothing.
Yeah. They actually came out worse for it.
Look, they shot the bottles and the bottles exploded. What a cool action. Also, this game might be stingier with ammo so far than some of my survival horror games. What did I get from that? Sorry, I was too busy thinking about... Oh, here we go. That's what this is for. Haha! Salmon tartare, vegetable risotto, blah blah blah. What a waste. Ah! So they killed the cook and dragged him in here, huh? Cartege.
So I got clarification from Mento's OVA game thing. He is looking for OVAs to games, not games to OVAs. Therefore, he has disqualified the entire Fate series.
Oh.
Because they started out as visual novels.
Oh.
But he just published that blog about Dirty Pair, and it's like, oh man, you cheated. Dirty Pair is just good shit. Just good shit. Seeing women that have big buxom boobs and beat the shit out of people.
That's half of the 80s OVAs.
The other half, either you're getting violated by tentacles or it's just horrible violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. No, but Dirty Pair is great. It's just like, man...
Oh!
Anime really isn't the same anymore.
Anime used to be good.
I mean, Dirty Pair is good anime. What the fuck are you talking about?
I know, anime used to be good. In the 80s.
The 90s were good, too.
Yeah, Escaflowne, am I right, my homies?
And I've said this, but that early 2000s, when Japan was still in super denial about the end of the dot-coms and, like, the bubble, but that early 2000s era where they were just spending shit tons of money on things like fucking Code Geass and Gurren Lagann, like, just spending stupid amounts of money on, like, these shows that didn't have any, other than Code Geass, any aspirations of being more than one season.
Yeah, and then the 2008 financial downturn happened, and
that's a lot of adaptations of light novels.
Yeah, and suddenly it's like, what if you made anime that pandered to otaku?
And the lowest common denominator.
Because here's the thing, regular people no longer
really
have as much spending money.
Well, it's not just that. It's like regular people are just watching, you know, their once-a-week episode of Detective Conan.
Yeah.
And then they call it a day. Like, that's the regular anime fan. The way that we kind of talk about how, like, the average video game person is a person who turns on their phone and then plays, like, one gacha or a Candy Crush in between their breaks at work. Like,
yeah,
those people still consider themselves a gamer, but that's like the average actual Japanese person calling themselves a fan of anime. They watch Detective Conan. They watch maybe God, what would another mainstream show be?
One Piece.
Yeah, One Piece, maybe. And then just to be hip, they maybe watch one of the newer shows like Jujutsu Kaisen or like Demon Slayer, but that's pushing it. But yeah, you get a lot of like office workers who say, I like anime, and then they talk about how they watch Detective Conan. Like, this was my experience.
Yeah, because Detective Conan is good. He's a little kid. He's a man in a little kid's body, and he solves crime.
But let me tell you, man, Braden, Japan still fucking loves Columbo.
I know. They sure do.
They really, really still love Columbo. And King of the Hill. Like, that stereotype that, oh, King of the Hill just struck genius by casting the entire cast as, Osakans, and then it's like, oh, this is like just Osaka. Like, I don't I wonder if Mike Judd realizes or knows.
Oh, I think Mike Judge just likes getting a paycheck. But yeah, listen, Japan still loves Columbo.
And David Lynch.
Yeah.
Still super into, like, Twin Peaks.
I'm saying, yeah, Japan is...
You know, I know that there's, like, this perception that, like, Columbo was super big in Eastern Europe, and that's certainly the case because, as a lot of people know, like, the actor for Columbo had to record a video explaining that, hey, Columbo, we only make, like, 6 episodes a year. Just hold on. But here's the thing that people don't realize. Like, Columbo was big, Kojak was big. The show that dwarfed all of them, like, and it's not even a contest, was Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
Dallas...
That's why they made nothing but jokes about Dallas for 30 years.
Was
just a bunch of
the show.
Hollywood writers making jokes about Dallas.
Dallas was the show in Eastern Europe for damn near a decade.
No one is a fan of the Catherine Janeway is Ms. Columbo.
Don't move.
Hell yeah, listen, I'm all for employing Kate Mulgrew. She'd be like, yes, it's me, Mrs. Columbo. I'm going to solve this mystery. Peter Falk's been dead for like, what, 8,000 years? Just one more thing. The Prime Directive. You say that the Prime Directive says this, but I did this.
Have you heard have you read about how, like, Dolly Parton is massive in, like, South Africa?
Dolly Parton is massive everywhere, man. Everyone loves Dolly.
Like, just to give you an idea, like, the state-run media had to fact-check, no, Dolly Parton is not dead. This is just an American, like, Twitter thing. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah. Once again, Dolly Parton is for everyone.
But no. Like, specifically, apparently, like, the whole country music bigwigs and, like, fancy roadsters, like, made Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, like, pretty big in, like, parts of Africa. Like, apparently Rogers and, like, Parton are damn near musical gods in parts of Africa.
Yeah, well, listen, ZP, as another, popular fixture of South African pop culture.
No, it's just, like, there's a culture, especially in, like, Kenya and, like, I think it was Kenya and Nigeria, where they like sentimental music. And, like, the rags to riches sensibilities of the lyrics in Dolly Parton's music and Kenny Rogers' music, and, like, the poppiness of it just made it to where their music did really, really well in South Africa and Nigeria and Kenya.
Yeah. You know who else does well in South Africa?
Coca-Cola.
No, your friends and mine at Off the Deep End.
Oh, right, yeah. I still am confident that it's just like a
weird
VPN. I think it's a VPN. Not to, like, rain on the parade or anything. I think it's a VPN situation.
Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely a VPN thing. But it's funnier to imagine that there's a small cadre of people in South Africa who really want to hear our terrible fucking takes about video games. They love hanging out at the Bri. And listening to three chuckle fucks talk about Biomotor Unitron. This I believe with all my heart. Biomotor Unitron. Huh? Huh? Is that anything? If anyone's seen... Listen, I like it when countries or ethnographies have like specific names for we're all gonna hang out and cook a bunch of meat. Okay?
Fuck.
We need to get the coveted Argentine asado demographic.
Uh-huh.
What's the biggest game in Argentina? And why do I assume it's League of Legends or something? Or it's Counter-Strike?
Probably still Counter-Strike or something like that. Don't ask Zeto because apparently there's like still beef between Brazilians and Argentinians.
Yeah, you know, fair.
What are we playing now, Braden?
Well, Justin, we're playing a wonderful video game from your friends and mine at Sony Japan Studio. Chase the Express. Also known as Covert Ops Nuclear Dawn in America.
Because Chase the Express wasn't going to sell over here.
Yeah, no, listen, in America, what is that? Chase the Express? Is that a train game? Trains are, weak and socialist, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
So, instead, I believe this is the game they made right before they made Legend of Dragoon, too. Like, this was being made at the same time.
You like this better than White Day? Okay, this is pre-Deus Ex. And from Japan.
Yeah.
Still gonna try 0454.
I have to.
Does this whole game take place aboard a train?
I think so. It's like an action movie. Alright, what does the memo say? One 742. Yeah, take that, terrorist.
So, is this a horror game? You seem to just be killing terrorists.
No, that's why this is, it has tank controls, but is it scary? the exciting world of games that sort of play like Resident Evil and other horror games of the time, but are not explicitly horror themed. These must be photos of the ambassador's family. They seem to be in Moscow's Red Square. Some would consider a nuclear apocalypse scary, Yatsu. At this point, I welcome it, as long as I'm the one who gets blown up by the initial blast. Oh, FFV!
Ambassador, are you all right?
I think so. Who are you?
Lieutenant Jack Morton of NATO, sir. I was sent here to rescue you.
Oh, thank God. They took my family away. My wife and daughter.
Do you know where they took them?
The terrorists were talking about taking them and one
I
SP
mean,
to
this
the rear
is
car.
kind of technically impressive.
My name is Mason. I'm the ambassador's secretary. I've also been in the military
to a
and
certain
SP
degree.
service.
I see. Mr. Ambassador, a rescue team is coming, but I'll try to rescue your family myself. Ambassador and Mr. Mason, you'd better stay right here and wait until you hear from me.
Card key B. I can't tell if they're doing some funky stuff with the camera angles in this game. Because these environments, I don't think they're fully 3D, but at least some part of them has to be.
I'm pretty sure those chairs are like pictures.
Yeah, but five-sided piece was peeled off. Oh, I gotta get a hexagon or a pentagon. All right. What happens when I turn on the tap? Nothing strange here. Oh, it's gonna be a secret code in a bathroom mirror. Snake. Lieutenant Morton, please report. Morton here. The ambassador is safe. His secretary is with him. Rescue is on the way. ETA in 10 minutes. Roger, I'm heading for the back of the train. The ambassador's family should be back there. Roger, and good luck, Lieutenant. Oh. Thanks for the bullets, nerd. Oh, we're passing Novigrad now. If we don't hurry, the train's gonna get to Paris. And then terrorism will happen. Because the terrorists, they have a nuke, you see. Is this game on a timer? No. Alright, I'm gonna say we probably don't need the gold key card anymore. Because this game does the thing that I think is lame.
What is that?
It does not remove items from your inventory when you no longer have need of them.
Okay, so the toilets are your save points?
Yep.
Great.
Just like No More Heroes.
We were just talking.
It opened. I also consider the toilet to be a save point.
It is the best place to go when you need to take 5 away from work.
Yeah, just don't be in the midst of any bad, dinosaurs. Otherwise you just get an embarrassing death. That's a Jurassic Park reference.
Okay, so I was kind of wondering where you were going with that.
Have you never seen Jurassic Park?
I have, but that's not the thing that came to mind when you said bad dinosaurs. I was like, is he talking about
I'm like, wait, does Dino Crisis have a bathroom thing?
Happen? Yeah, does Dino Crisis
the scene
do
where
that?
the lawyer gets his ass ate and he's fucking...
I know about that. I've seen it. I've seen that movie a million times, but that's just not what came to mind when you said a bad dinosaur.
Yeah, but a bad dinosaur. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I have seen Jurassic Park 2 more than I've seen Jurassic Park 1.
That San Diego bit in The Lost World is pretty
good.
It's
so good. And the sad thing is I read the books as a kid. I was still trying to learn to read, and they were very hard. But I really like The Lost World, the book.
Oh yeah, the book is very different.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a different story entirely.
I mean, when you read the book of Jurassic Park, what's his bucket, his death in the book.
Dies.
No, yeah, but also who's the? I really don't want to use this. The fat guy in Jurassic Park.
Dennis Nedry.
Dennis Nedry, like literally the scene of his death in the book is him cradling his intestines and desperately trying to put them into his chest cavity as he's being eaten alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Michael Crichton loved him some gory ass deaths.
He also hated women and the environment.
He also hated global warming by denying that it existed.
He also wrote the requisite Yellow Peril, The Japanese Are Going to Eat Us Alive book.
Yeah, I mean, I've said the story of, like, my biggest struggle with Yellow Peril actually came from South Park. That Chin Pokemon episode was a fucking miserable time as someone who had visibly Asian parents. And it turned out that those Asian parents and relatives were Japanese.
How did they feel about South Park afterwards?
I mean, I'll be very honest with you. The Japanese community is actually fairly deeply conservative, and so most of the libertarian kind of like we make fun of everyone's sensibilities actually do make it a popular product.
Okay.
This game is weirdly stingy with ammo. Today I have lost my bulletproof vest. I've looked everywhere, but I can't find it. I hope nobody finds it before me, or I'll be in big trouble, Billy. Wow, Billy. You're really bad at being a... Just a sink.
What was the first one of these to have a reload function instead of going in the menu and just combining?
A manual reload button.
Yeah.
I would have to think about that.
Did the GameCube version of RA1 had a reload button, didn't it?
It does not.
It's not. I don't remember. Well, you don't have to worry about that guy shooting at you.
Whoa! 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 A computer. There's a slot for a disk. All right. Ah, yes, a handgun magazine. Should you watch all of the Saw movies? No, they're all the same movie. Watch the first one.
I will actually defend the first movie. I thought
Yeah,
the first
I said
movie
watch
was
the
actually
first
good.
one.
The first movie was a novel concept that, similar to, like, I would say this. I'll even go this far. I think the first Saw movie is intellectually more engaging and is a better concept than, say, like, Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Sure.
Friday the 13th was always the also ran series. That's the secret, though. In the grand hierarchy of slashers. Anyway, look, I found a disc.
I just get them all mixed up. Like Friday the 13th and Halloween. Which one has Jamie Lee Curtis in it? I don't remember.
Halloween, baby.
Halloween.
That first Halloween is also pretty good. Still effective.
I think that some of the... Okay, they made one bad of the remake, reboot Halloween movies. Evil Dies
like
Tonight.
The
first one's good, not the Rob Zombie one.
No. No,
the first one's good.
2019.
And then the most recent one was okay because it's just like Jamie Lee Curtis literally going out of her way to make Michael Myers miserable. Which is a retread of the first reboot movie. It's like, Jamie Lee Curtis, you let Michael Myers take over your life, and you're the villain now? I think that's actually pretty smart and cool.
I opened the door. Hey, Sony, how come this isn't on PlayStation Plus Extra? Or whatever it's called. Look at this. Because they forgot it exists? Oh, you mean like, not to just, like, the fact that they raised the fucking price of PlayStation Plus and, like, their premium tier still just seem like a worse value proposition than just getting Game Pass Ultimate. Oh, cutscene! Oh.
Who are you?
Lieutenant Jack Morton of NATO. And who are you?
Christina Wayborn, the French ambassador's agent.
Of NATO.
Are you with
Always
the special
of NATO.
police?
Is it supposed to be a job only for men?
No, not at all. Good work. Where are they holding the ambassador's family?
Mrs. Simon and their daughter Jane were taken to car number 13. I was kept here to be executed.
You said car 13? The ambassador's in car 10. His secretary Mason is guarding him, but it's still not safe. Go up there and stay with them.
All right. But
Yeah!
I wish I had a radio to communicate with you.
Here, use this.
Thanks. And good luck, Lieutenant Morton.
Call me Jack.
Take your
Okay.
shirt off. Call me Jack. You're a woman. Terrorist plan. Do terrorism. High-speed transcontinental train called the Blue Harvest.
Alright. I'm gonna dip out and maybe finish Baldur's Gate 3.
You should finish Baldur's Gate 3, Justin.
I need to beat Orin.
Apparently,
and after that.
they added stuff to the ending
Oh, cool.
since I played
Right.
it.
I have not actually played the new stuff. Can you carry your save over?
I think so. I think it's literally just like certain bits in the ending. All right, what did I rewrite this card to do? Okay. I just realized who this guy reminds me of. He looks like fucking Pee Wee Herman. R.I.P. Paul Rubens.
Yeah. You weren't a monster. You were just trying to live your life.
Listen, you had some weird stuff.
That wasn't even illegal.
Wasn't even illegal. You had some weird vintage stuff, and, you know...
Erotica.
You got caught cranking it in a theater.
A pornographic theater. Let's add that context. Like, the whole idea... No, I don't want to talk about this. Nope.
Let's not talk about this.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about this.
Let's talk about Chase the Express. Smolensk, Russia.
So is this like some sort of weird, like, wannabe Robert Ludlum's Born Identity?
I mean, this predates the
first book?
No, dude, that first book came out in the 70s.
Yeah, so it might
Yeah.
still be painted by this.
I mean, I would also say that those books are very different than the movies.
Oh yeah, I mean, like
the main villain.
The main villain is Carlos the Jackal.
Yes, actual historical
Marxist-Leninist terrorist person.
Yeah, actual American defector Carlos the Jackal. Oh, Minsk, Belarus. Hello, I'm looking for a bathroom. Donde está el baño? Dear Mom, I'll be home soon. I hope to spend all of my time with you while I'm back in Paris. I'm intending to ask Julia to marry me. It's been 6 months since I've seen her lovely eyes. No, see, that's how you know he's not really French. No one gets married in France.
They just elope.
You just live together.
Where is he?
So EA has announced its server shutdown list for 2023. These are the games that they will no longer service.
Is Anthem on there?
No. Because I checked this list. And I checked it again.
Can't believe they would do us dirty like that. Right after we said we didn't want to. Okay, something.
Okay. So, online service shutdown list. I can only find, okay, Apex Mobile iOS. Didn't they shut that down earlier this year? But whatever. Battlefield 1943 for PS3, Xbox 360. Battlefield Bad Company for PS3, Xbox 360. Battlefield Bad Company 2, PS3, Xbox 360. Huh. Biomutants multiplayer, but only for EA Play members. Please note that we are removing Biomutant from the playlist on May 25th, 2023. This is a long time coming.
I own that game thanks to fucking Fanatical bundles.
Crysis 3 for PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One will be removed from backwards compatible list. That's wild.
What?
Steam and EA app. Oh, no, wait. Online service for backwards compatibility versions on Xbox One. Dante's Inferno for PS3, PlayStation Portable, and Xbox 360. Dead Space 2 online multiplayer and online co-op. PC, PS3, Xbox 360. They're pulling the online service for Dead Space 2.
I had no idea that was still up.
EA Sports UFC 2. FIFA 18, all platforms. FIFA 19, all platforms. FIFA 20, all platforms. FIFA 21, all platforms. FIFA 21, EA Play members. F1 2020. FIFA 19 for all platforms. FIFA 18. Oh, these are the Switch ports, okay. Yeah, basically all of the old FIFA games.
Yeah, sure.
Ha! They're pulling the servers for all Stadia titles.
I think they already did that.
No, they're gonna give it until the end of this year. But yeah, that's okay.
I'm sorry to the 3 people playing FIFA on Stadia.
Golf Clash for Amazon and Facebook. Oh, those are their weird mobile games. Let me see the ones that are Intel. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 14. Restaurant Dash, Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, all of these FIFA games. Battlefield 1943. Yeah, and then it's Dante's Inferno.
Okay, yep.
And it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of Xbox 360 and PS3 games that still had online servers.
Yes, Yatsu, Dead Space 2 had a weird asymmetrical PvP mode. It's an email. Default passcodes for each room are set to the date of the train's departure. Refer to the manual for changed passcodes. Okay, well, the day of departure was 12/24. Is this a Christmas game? Yes. This and Blue Stinger are both games that take place on Christmas. Start. Okay, now they're just lecturing me about actual nuclear arms treaties. Yeah, because Blue Stinger is one of the greatest video games ever made. Citation needed.
It's one of the funniest video games.
It's one of the games ever made.
No citation needed for calling it a funny video game.
It's one of my favorite games I've played for my dumb streams.
I'm Lieutenant Jack Morton. I came to rescue you. Your husband is safe, and a rescue team is coming.
I understand. But my daughter...
What's your name?
Bonjour, mon ami.
It's all right now, Jane. You can see your father very soon. I promise you. You can run with your mother to the first floor, can't you?
Uh-huh.
All right, let's
Lionheart.
move. Don't worry, I'll cover you. Run straight to the first floor.
How do you feel about video games? I'm not even controlling this.
This is Jack. The hostages are safe and secured. What's the situation now?
The rescue team is scheduled to arrive there in 5 minutes. They will meet with you at Car 14.
After confirming the safety of Car 14, you will guide in the helicopters. Until completion of the rescue operation, you will be under the command of the rescue team commander.
And who is he?
First Lieutenant Anderson. Now get moving.
Please just wait here. I'll be right back.
Dumbass. They're gonna die now. And it's all your fault, Jack American. This mission is from Lieutenant Anderson of Rescue Team A. Encountering strong enemy resistance on Car 14. Assistance requested. Oh! GameSpot gave this a 5.3. I mean, consider that, like, Code Veronica was out by this point.
And you don't like Code Veronica.
Yeah, but Code Veronica is, like, at least a technical showpiece. Yeah, Lionheart. Welcome to the realization that every video game was just Resident Evil for, like, a hot couple years.
Are there any Code Veronica defenders in chat?
Code Veronica. Is CVX Freak himself in the chat?
Hey man, man. I remember when the classic GameSpot forums had
This
some
is
Code
Jack.
Veronica
You
defenders
may
back in the
proceed
day.
with the rescue operation.
Roger.
Jack, the ambassador is missing. I found his secretary unconscious in the VIP room.
Calm down, Christina. Stay right there by Mason. After we get the ambassador's wife and daughter out, I'll come over.
Roger.
Hey, man, those are
My husband?
He'll catch up with you very soon.
the Dreamcast is
I promise you I'll rescue your
a
father.
cool console.
So go ahead
I
and
can't
wait for
believe that I'm turning into one of
Papa
those
gave me this when we
Sega
got on the train.
psychopaths
He said it was a good luck charm.
because I'm
Will
friends
you
with.
give it to him for me?
Jeff,
I sure
are you gonna
will.
blame Jeff
This
for
is
this?
Jeff's fault. No, because Panzer Dragoon Saga's really
This is
good,
Jack.
dude.
We have an unexpected
Yeah, but
situation
Saturn's
here.
still
I need
not
the
a good
rescue team
system.
back here right now.
What happened?
I
It was
don't know.
creative.
I'm heading
It
for
was
the VIP
weird.
room to
I give you
find
that,
out.
but it wasn't actually good.
Are you a Grandia 2 defender? Yeah.
I'm a Grandia 2 defender. I wanted to rank that game above Xenosaga. And Jeff and Braden still give me a hard time for that.
Yeah, Xenosaga's art. Valmar.jpg is one of the great pieces of modern art in this society we live in.
We live in a society.
Minsk, Belarus. Yeah, so when the Wheel of Dubious RPGs 3 happens, expect to see Grandia Extreme.
Hey, if you do it, that means I don't.
They got Mark Hamill to record like 3 lines. If you want to talk about Beyond the Beyond, I know someone. I know a guy.
Yeah, they can talk about Beyond the Beyond right now. Why don't you talk about Beyond the Beyond?
Actually, I'm here to read something for the audience by Miguel Lopez on June 12th, year 2000 at 7:21 p.m. PDT. Last paragraph. In the end, Covert Ops Nuclear Dawn can be written off as a survival horror game sans the horror. In place of unholy biological mutations, you have fanatical terrorists crawling around a cramped bullet train. The confining camera angles are just what you'd expect, and the pacing is right on with the genre. Several interesting minigames are included in the mix to provide a decent diversion from the often trite gameplay, but they don't seem to come frequently enough.
Right.
The puzzles are fairly simple when compared with Capcom's offerings, which focus on fetching many items. Nuclear Dawn is, basically, Resident Evil and Metal Gear's clothing, effectively deriving elements from the former while failing to deliver the depth of experience of the latter. 5.3. Mediocre.
So what you're saying is that old game reviews are
Good.
questionable quality?
Old game reviews are were probably crapped out in a matter of like 5 minutes each.
Yeah, because you have to review every single game that's coming out.
But yeah, Beyond the Beyond, I'm getting back to that.
Well, here's the thing, Lionheart. You can read an old go read his stuff that he was writing at Game Informer and compare it to like what when he writes a review for Giant Bomb now. It's the exact same writing style.
Has anyone read Air Force Gator?
No. Absolutely not.
I hear nothing but good things about that man's anxiety help guide.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. No, Anxiety as Ally seems like it might be like actually like well considered. But no, I'm not going to purchase Air Force Gator.
Dan taking the piss out of, goddamn,
Jose Canseco.
Jose Canseco is good.
Yeah.
Someone had to. So how many train
someone
cars
said Tony
are on
Hawk
this train?
Pro Skater, and Dan thought they said Air Force Gator. That's it. That's literally the bit.
I will say this, you definitely had an idea of, like, when Dan hated a game in Game Inform. Like, I remember when he reviewed, I think, the Game Boy Advance... No, yeah, it was the Game Boy Advance port of, or version of Mario Party. It's like, yeah, it's a completely non-functional thing.
Yeah. The Mario Party Advance is, like, bizarre and terrible.
Unlike Mario Party.
Yeah, unlike Mario Party, which is just, terrible.
Which is just a game of skill.
Yeah, it's one of my all-time favorite N64 franchises.
That's such an utterly cursed statement I'm going to drop.
All my favorite N64 franchises, like Turok.
I think I had more fun with Mario Party than Turok on the N64. I'm not even joking. This is not a bit.
No,
I like
listen,
Mario Party.
I would also have more fun playing Mario Party than Turok for the N64. Why is my bitrate dropping? My fucking roommate playing the League of Legends. I'm just gonna keep blaming him for that. Oh god, don't read that Twilight Princess review, Lionheart. Listen, he plays League, okay? Did you know that the actual League of Legends is not canon in League of Legends anymore?
What?
Like, the part of League of Legends...
Mm-hmm. I got that part.
Where they, you know, they do the MOBA.
Uh-huh.
That's not canon in the world of League of Legends anymore.
What?
The video game, the lore excuse for the video game is no longer canon.
So what are you playing then?
A non-canon. Yeah, like, just a reminder that, like, when League first launched, its tone was very different. It was very goofy, like... And then at some point, Riot decided to care about their lore and care about female characters' feet.
As you want to do.
As one is wont to do.
What happened?
The ambassador went to the bathroom. Then suddenly I heard him scream, and before I could get to him, I was surrounded by terrorists.
And the ambassador? What happened to him?
I don't know.
Did you see what happened?
No. All that happened before I got here.
Which way did the terrorists go?
I don't know. I was knocked out cold.
Wow, you're a terrorist, aren't you? Hey, Lara Croft.
We're having fun time with Laura Croft. Fake Laura Croft. I mean, her boobs aren't complete triangles. They've got some creases underneath them.
Well, yeah, that's just because, you know, this game came
Textures.
out 4 years later. The terrorists. Alright, oh, now I know. Now I know it. Hey, listen, if you want 5. If you want, we can, pick that Tomb Raider playthrough back up. There are like 8 of those. I would play Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness. Don't even pretend I wouldn't.
Not even lying.
Alright, well, the number on the bathroom mirror said 5.
Jack, we have a state of emergency. The terrorists have notified us that they are going to attack the neighboring countries with ATBMs to retaliate for our rescuing the ambassador's wife and daughter. You must prevent this attack.
Do you know where the missiles are located?
The missiles are on car 7, a missile launcher is on car 9, and the control room is in car 8. Did you find the ambassador?
We're still searching.
Very well, but you've got to move fast.
Yeah, take that, nerd.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay. I love how completely useless this fucking little mini-map in the corner is. It's so funny. It's just like, yeah, you're on the 10th car, I'd know. Okay, how do I get to car number 9?
Oh, Borgmaster left?
Yeah.
Hey, Brayden?
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna wait until, like, the very end of Game 2 of the, of Rebirth to, like, do their rope-a-dope? Or, like, haha, we didn't actually make a shot-for-shot remake. We didn't do it the first time. We're not gonna do it here. Or do you think they're gonna wait? Like, is it gonna be immediate rope-a-dope, or is it gonna be, like, slow?
Do you want to repeat that?
Rebirth. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Immediate rope-a-dope, like, haha!
Oh,
or
no,
is it gonna be
it's
slow?
It's gonna be, like...
Same thing as, like, the first game, so they're gonna do the same rope-a-dope as the first one?
It either works. I am very excited to find out.
Do you think that the ghosts that are the personification of the unwieldy fan expectations for their own mindset will be there, or do you think that they're moving on from that?
No, you killed the ghosts.
Yeah, but, like, the creator of the ghosts, do you think that they'll be there, or do you think they're just moving on? Like, they did that for a reason?
I don't know. I would not... I have no expectations one way or the other as far as what weird shit will Tetsuya Nomura do.
I have bad news also. Gino's first impressions of 15 are positive.
Yeah, don't worry. Maybe he'll like that game. I don't know. It's got bros in it.
If he likes it, he'll like it.
Yeah. I mean, there are very few menus in Final Fantasy 15 that matter. You can just kind of hold the button and heal yourself forever. Oh no! Oh! Oh no! They shot the missiles! Oh! Gotta stop the missiles. Ah! Can't jump over there. Tell me about your magical Dobby, Lionheart. I don't know why my bitrate is turned to shit. Ha! Ha ha! Harry Potter! Dobby is a nice herself. Huh?
Are you alright?
I'm Sergeant Billy McGuire.
Billy
a
McGuire.
radio operator.
Are there any other survivors?
I'm not sure, but I'm afraid they were wiped out.
The terrorists are going to launch a missile. Is there any way to stop them?
That screwdriver. Take it with you. Open the panel on the missile. But if you press the button, the triggering device will be activated. 10 seconds later, it'll explode. It's very risky.
I got it. Wait here for a while. I'll come back and get you later.
Don't worry about me. I'm a real lucky guy.
Don't worry
Just
about
go and
me.
stop the missile.
I'm a real lucky guy. Like, they couldn't figure out how to do in-engine cutscenes, but they still use the in-engine models?
So are you at least entertained?
I'm moderately entertained. This seems
acceptable.
At the very least, inoffensive.
Which is...
Oh, fuck!
Are you mimicking my voice again?
No, look!
Oh. Stuff's blowing up.
It's just like an action movie.
Gotta run out while shooting people.
Yeah.
Join the action.
It's just like your adventure games. Speaking of which, are you going to stream today?
You want me to?
I'm not telling you what you want to do.
Are you John McClane?
Yeah.
It's just normally you go for a long time. A lot longer than this, so I was figuring that you would go late. Are you gonna... Do you want to end?
I need to drink water.
Okay, let me make some tea.
but I'm too thrilled. I had to use keycard on keycard slot. That's adventure game.
Oh, right, we went left and right. Where we start the Bermuda sequence, which is the biggest pain in the fucking ass in the entire game.
Look at that crane dangling.
Don't like this part of the game. It's two note-taking sequences, if I'm recalling this correctly. There's 2 times when you need to write down, like, similar to the dancing people in the African tribe. You have to write down, like, which order they're moving. And you got to do it twice, back to back. And it's not always immediate as to when you're going to apply that whole thing. Go ahead and get this up and running.
Boy, the game just really just... I can just hear the disc going every time it changes an angle. Boy. I hate boxes. I hate boxes. That's never not good. You freeze! Haha! 'Cause you're dead! Are you asking me if I'd be a scab?
What?
For video... If Lionheart's asking me if I'd be a scab for video game voice acting.
No,
Now that
absolutely not.
They've officially,
It's not the voice actors, it's the mocap actors primarily, but...
I stopped the missiles from launching. They're on the way. Terrorist helicopters are guarding the train. They'll need your help to get closer. Use the anti-chopper machine gun in Car 8. Armored train for local conflicts. Yes, just like my American trains. Oh yeah, turret sequence. Oh, this fucking sucks.
Alright.
How do you feel about turret sequences, CP?
You know what? As much as they got a bunch of shit in Gears of War, the turret sequences in Gears of War are actually a lot of fun. But they can be done well. Just no one really does them well. Did you like the turret sequences in Mass Effect 3? How basically every single time you're trying to beat a giant monster thing, it starts with a turret sequence in which you whittle away on its armor before you do the RPG.
Right. See, I had excised that from my brain.
You have to do the turret sequence before you can kill
the
Reaper.
Belarus.
I am afraid you do not understand the seriousness of the situation. I am sure that by now you have a
I just
good
love
idea
how,
about how
when they were
fantastically
demoing that
powerful
game
the
at
weapon is that we have
E3,
at our possession.
they picked a
What are your
turret
demands?
sequence to get people excited
First of
about
all,
Mass Effect
there is the
3.
ransom for the ambassador. $10 billion.
I think even at the time, like, Giant Bomb was kind of down on that, but, like, understanding of why you would probably pick a turret sequence, because, you know, at the time, we were super excited about talking with, you know, Rex, and talking with Garrus, and, you know, Tali's back.
Yeah,
and,
but someone at EA is like, you gotta sell more of these.
No, it wasn't even that. It was like, what do you do to, like, show people who like Mass Effect 2 that we're making Mass Effect
Abort the
again?
rescue mission. All helicopters
Turret
will
sequence,
return
I
to
guess.
base
That's the only
immediately.
thing that works on an E3 stage.
Obey my orders and you will be spared.
Passing a dialogue skill check or loyalty check.
Contact you again.
Get me Lieutenant Morton on the radio.
You mean the Russian terrorist Boris Zagosky?
So do you want me to get ready?
Yes, the infamous
Yes.
former KGB
Okay.
agent who was worse than
You
any
want me
other
to?
assassin.
I'll start
And
in
another
about,
The Russian
let's say, 3
military
minutes.
has advised us that he
Sound
possesses
good?
several Soviet-made nuclear
Got
warheads.
nukes.
We think those warheads are probably on the Blue Harvest train. Also, because of the trouble we had a while ago, the media got
I feel like
wise to it
today
and
where
began
I was at,
sniffing
it was the
around.
first true like day of fall where
As long
both
as there is
beginning
the
and end
possibility
was
that
cool.
the terrorists are holding those warheads, we can't
Today.
make any hasty moves.
At any rate, finding the ambassador and securing his safety is a matter of the highest priority.
Roger. Christina, what's your situation?
I have disengaged the fire alarm system. Let's meet on the deck of Car 9.
Roger. You'll find a wounded soldier in one of the rooms on your way. Look after him.
Look after it. I found the injured soldier. Let's meet up on the deck of Car 9. Well, that was fast. I just did the turret sequence.
losing a lot of blood.
Isn't there a medical area on this train?
Yes, there is. It's in car 6.
Car number 5. I'll go first and check if it's safe. Take care of him.
I was so shook up I forgot all about this. A terrorist dropped it when I was attacked in the VIP room.
Wow, thanks for the card key, Dad. Card key R. Alright. That'll be it for today with Covert Ops Nuclear Dawn / Chase the Express.
I will start. Just to, you know, don't feel like you need to end it now. I'm just going to start so as that...
I will continue playing this video game.
You can hand things off.
Easy and straightforward.
I'm sorry, it's just to get tied up with something real quick.
Inoffensive.
Let me go ahead and do an audio check, so you will hear me, but I will not hear you.
Boogity boogity.
When I say audio check, I mean I'm plugging my headset into a laptop that I have nearby. I have to keep away from the microphone because the fan is pretty, let's say, loud. So I'm not that professional. Don't make it seem like I'm rolling in money.
Okay. Thanks everyone for watching.
Although I do have something that you don't have,